Hey everyone, how are you today? The dogs were off guard. We went for a walk early this morning. I think that they are sufficiently. Why didn't you bark when I said it was time? Hi. Oh, there you go. There's only one woof. Hi everyone. It's Rita and Teddy Bear and Benji here for today's Cricut Chat. I can't believe it's Thursday already. Oh my gosh. Somebody was right when they said the days go by so fast once you hit a certain age, because I think I'm at that age. Oh my gosh. Every time I turn around, it is the end of the week, and this week is no different. So I suggested, or I heard the suggestion that people wanted to get started on some Christmas cards, and so I figured we could carve out an entire show, and we'd make it on Thursdays to go over Christmas cards and other projects, at least until Thanksgiving, because we have people who want to get a head start and some people who are still working on Halloween, and some people who want to talk about Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be sort of doing a hodgepodge of everything. And today is our first Christmas day, and we're going to be working on this card, Yuletide Greetings, and I'm going to show you how to add a sentiment and also talk about the cutting a little bit, and also sort of resizing this. If you have a joy, you might want to listen up, because we're going to do that. And somebody's asking for foiling for Christmas. Yep, I can put that on the list. I have a beautiful foiling project. Yeah, it's kind of funny to call it Christmas Day because it's like Christmas Day. But it will be the day that we'll do Christmas cards and projects, at least until, as I said, just before Thanksgiving. So just wanted to let you know before I get started that we have a very busy weekend planned. And so if you can't make everything, I wanted to just remind you that YouTube is your friend. If you're following YouTube, it's a great way to catch everything that we're doing. So just to kind of give you a rundown of what the week looks like, the rest of the week. Excuse me. So today's Christmas Day, and tomorrow is still Freebie Friday, and we're going to be doing some freebies from a brand new source. They've been around, but they are a brand new source to us, to Cricut Chat. And then Friday night at 8 o'clock, we're going to be heading over to YouTube for a live event. We're doing the 4 product experts again, and we're going to be doing a Halloween challenge. I think it's a paper I don't know if it's cards or just paper, but it's a challenge. And then on Saturday, at 5 o'clock, we do 3D Saturdays. So on Saturday at 5 o'clock, I've heard from you all that you want to do Halloween. So we're going to be doing a Halloween trick or treat, or a treat bowl. And that's from Dreaming Treat. However, this morning when I logged on, I saw that SVG Cuts has a brand new free with purchase project, and it looks pretty cool and scary, so I might head over to there and see what they have. I love Mary at SVG Cuts. I love her cards, and she does 3D stuff really, really good, but I just love her box cards, so I might go over there and see what I can buy so I can get that free gift. Also on Dreaming Tree, there is a free gift. It is Thanksgiving, and it includes a pilgrim hat and a couple of other items. I think there are like flatware holders and wine bottle wrap. So if you are looking to purchase anything, you might want to make sure you purchase enough to get that free gift. I will post a link. Then on Sunday, we are heading over to our friends at Create and Escape downtown Peabody and in the square. And we are going to be learning with Pascal of Create and Escape. He's a resident artist, and we are going to be learning how to do pumpkin pours on the, like craft pumpkins. He said you could do it on live pumpkins, but I don't know if that's the case. Maybe I'll bring my small live pumpkin over just so he can try it out. So if you want to learn about pumpkin pours, that is Sunday at 10 o'clock. And that's the rest of the week in a nutshell. Also, do you want to win a mug press? Because I am running a contest right now for a Cricut Mug Press and $50 worth of Infusible Ink. And that is still going on. You still got a week and a half, basically, to get your name in. I always post the link at the end of the video. If you're watching this on the replay, just look for the link in the description of the video. And you can enter your name twice a day simply by going to YouTube and like, comment, follow, share, all that stuff on YouTube. Even if you're already following or subscribed, make sure you like and comment or share and comment, something along those lines so that we can get the name out about Cricut Chat with Miss Rita. And we are trying to hit a year-end goal of 20,000 subscribers. So could you help me with that by sharing? And then the reward is you get your name put in for a Cricut Mug Press, brand new Cricut Mug Press with $50 worth of Infusible Ink. All right, so let's get started. When thinking about Christmas and everything, I'm having a little trouble warming up to the idea of Christmas because it's not even Halloween. And Halloween, as you all know, because I live next to Salem, is a big deal. And so I kind of wanted to get started with something that wasn't like really Christmassy. And so I came across this card, Yuletide Greetings. I also did some research about the word Yule, and it was really interesting. But of course, then I got sidetracked into the whole Celtic pagan calendar, which is where this, actually not Celtic, but this originated, from what they can tell, from the Germanic tribes. So this would be people, the word Yule would be people like from the German tribes pre-Christian time is Yule. And one of their things that they do for Yule, it's first of all, it's sort of halfway, not halfway, it's sort of in time with the winter solstice. Yule and winter solstice have become known to be together. And then the Christians came along and they sort of Christianized the term Yule to Yuletide and also Yulemas and things like that. Very interesting to follow the different word progressions. And so Yuletide, which is used in America, although not a whole lot, it's mentioned in a couple of songs, but I think it's used a lot in like Danish, Swedish, that kind of time frame. So I thought, well, let's start with this as sort of a soft launch of Christmas. So I found this Yuletide Greetings card in Cricut Design Space, which means it's free for our Access customers. You know what else is free for Access customers? There's so much stuff that's free for Access customers, including the brand new background remover. But I just want to point out, if you have not received the background remover, even though you are an Access customer, and I am one of them, I have not received that background remover yet. It's coming. It's just going to take, a couple of days. So, patience is a virtue, as they say. So, don't don't get all worried about it if you haven't got it. But also, the other thing that's really cool about being Access customers is that they're doing plans for even more and more things that are Access exclusive. So do keep your eyes peeled because you want to take full advantage of that Access exclusive. Anyway, so this is Yuletide Greetings, and I want to show you what it looks like. I'm going to ungroup it, and it is a layered card. I want to move this one over. It's a layered card that comes in at approximately A2 size, and I will give it to you. I have made some changes here. I've included this really pretty sentiment that's actually from an Anna Griffin card. This was also black, and I changed it out to be gold mirror print. You'll notice on these top two pieces that you use a pen with this card. This one uses a black pen. This one uses sort of a light green pen. I did switch it so that it was a green pen. I really don't think it much matters. This is my end result of what I did. I also resized this, of course. So I'm going to show you how to resize that. Find the greeting and put it in there. Okay. So let me save this so I can share it with you. Oops. I'm going to save it so I can share it with you, and let's go on the hunt for this card. Okay. So we start with a brand new canvas. Now, hey, you know what I wanted to mention to you, because it was brought up last night in Cricut, a product expert meeting, is if you ever want to see what's going on at Cricut and you just tend to just kind of jump into this page and don't see announcements and things, Cricut has set up, if you go up to the hamburger, you see these three lines at the hamburger, if you go up here and hit home, it's going to bring you to the opening page. Now, I am guilty of not looking at this page every day, and I'm going to start because I think what I really like about this is it has these little videos of all the things that are new. So there's a little video, tour the Design Space home screen, check out automatic background remover, that sort of thing. Plus, in addition to the projects that they have here, and they're categorized as Halloween, Mug Press, creative cards, there's also this, which is from the community, recently added. Do you know that there's a place where you can share all of your special projects? Because there is, if you do something different to a project and you want to share it with somebody, or you plan something that is brand new, check this out. It's growing and growing by the day. Community is, you can actually go here, you hit view all, and you can have a look at all of the community pages, and you'll see some things that are duplicated. That's okay. Like, look at this. This is a truffle wrap that they did from those candy wraps that we did. And then there's a cracker that that we did. A lot of stuff here. So I just want to point that out. But instead, we're going to go new, and then we're going to go images. And when we get to images, we are going to go to all images, and we're going to choose under highlighted categories, image sets. We are going to type in the word celebrate. And when you do that, it will bring up 37 results. And we're going to scroll down to, see if I can't find it. It's Celebrate the Day, probably my second most favorite image set, Celebrate the Day. It has a lot of cards in there that use writing and cutting, and you will see we've done these cards. If you've been with me a while, you know we've done this love card. We've done this thank you card. We're going to be doing, I think we did this congrats card, and we are going to be doing, we did this one. And this one we'll be doing soon, the Give Thanks one. We just did that Tricks or Treat one. And we are going to be doing this Yuletide greetings. It's not much to look at, and so I could see if you might have glossed over it, but let's grab that. And then what we're going to do is also going to grab a sentiment. So while we're here in image sets, we're going to do, we're going to search for Anna. And I hope that it works. No, I have to go back. I have to go back and do image sets and go back. All right, image sets. I don't know. That's kind of confusing. Anna. Okay, so here's Anna. Anna is Anna Griffin, and these are all of her image sets, okay, that she's had, and all of them are Access exclusive. So I'm going to go to the Christmas cards and embellishments cartridge. You'll see here, and if you click on that, you will see that there are a number of nice sentiments and a lot of like projects with pens that you can do as well. And we're going to look for something that goes with the front of the card. It says Yuletide greetings, right? So I didn't think it would be a good thing to put just Merry Christmas, because maybe you want to make these for people that don't celebrate Christmas, but celebrate, you know, the season. So I found this one. It says, may all of the joys of the season be yours. So let's pull that one in with our card. Now the card does come with an envelope as sized, but I'm going to resize this card a couple into different sizes. So I'm going to eliminate this this envelope, but you can keep it obviously. One of the things that happens when you pull this in is you will see up here, we got that little cautionary triangle for our greeting. So first and foremost, what we need to do is go ahead and resolve that caution so you won't be surprised when you go to cut it and it says it can't cut it. So up here, when you have this selected, up here you will see operation, says pen, but there's a question mark here. We just have to resolve that and just choose any pen color, and then it changes to a color. That's all. That's all we have to do. So let's talk about this card. So again, there's the base of the card, and then we have all of these pieces. For my purposes, I didn't like the black. It just did not jive. And I'll just give you an example. So this is the one in the black, and this is what I did in the gold. So I just switched out the black for gold, and because I'm a very visual person, I changed the color on my canvas, just because I was just kind of like, I sort of need to see it before I cut it. This can be a bit of a labor intensive cutting thing, and if you cut it at this size, so there's what it looks like with the gold. So if you cut it at this size, you can get 4 on a 12 by 12 inch sheet of paper. But of course, I didn't have gold in 12 by 12. I had it in 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to show you. It is gold foil. You know, I'll show you what to do if you only have an 8.5 by 11 and you want to cut out, say, 4, okay? But we'll get to that, okay? Just note here that these 2 layers are going to require that you put in a pen, and then this is the blank layer. So we're going to take this sentiment, why am I having trouble with this word, this sentiment, and we're going to unlock it and sort of fit it on the card. I like to put it just a little bit below the score line and give plenty of room for signing. So once you find a place for it, just select both of the card and the sentiment, and you're going to attach it, okay? So attaching is over here, attach. Okay, so at this point, this card is ready to rock and roll. We're ready to cut it out, but I think it will, because I cut it out at this size, I think it will also look really good as a 5x7. That's just my favorite size card, an A7 card, and I want to just show you how, if you want to cut this out at 5x7, how you would do that. So first you need to gather all of your pieces, and you can do that the hard way, which is to drag them over, or you can just use your mouse and select them all, put a select box all around, and then go up here to align, and you can just do align center. By doing align center, it has made the card, which is the last thing that we worked on, in the front. So you can click on that and send it to, where is my arrange? Is it letting me? Oh, no, because it's considered grouped. So let's see, send to arrange here, and we're going to send it to the back. That's just so when you go to save this project, you'll see what it is, because remember, there's like a screen capture of what it is, and if you don't align, if you don't send that top piece back, then when you're looking at your previews under projects, you won't see anything. It's kind of important if you want to come back to it, okay? So once we have this grouped and ready to go, we are going to just resize this. So we're going to change the height from 8.5 to a height of 10 inches. And that is going to change our width to 5.9. We don't want it to be 5.9. We want it to be 7. We want it to be 7 wide and 10 high, because when it's folded, it will be a 5x7. So we're going to unlock it, and we're going to go up here to the width, and we're just going to change that to 7. And now we have a classic 5x7 inch card. You do not need to do this. This is just an idea of changing the size. And this is the original size. This is my new size. So it's, it's quite a bit bigger. It is like sort of pulled out a little bit more, but I don't have a problem with the way it looks. So that's the way I'm going to cut it. But I'm going to go back to the original size, because I want to show you something about sizing. So let's say we're going to make this, and we want to get the maximum amount. Hi, Guadalupe. We want to get the maximum amount out of our cardstock. Okay. So first things first, I like to have things be on, like, I don't like the fact that the insert and this part of the card is the same. So I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to cancel, and I'm going to change the color of the card to, I don't know, something that's not being used. So I'm going to choose this dove gray. All right. And now I'm going to go back here to cut it out. And now I have my card on this separate from the white piece, okay? So here is all 6 mats. Each mat is a different color. If you want to maximize your cardstock, you can actually make 4 at this size. And what you'll see is on the green, it fits for 12 by 12, on the darker green 12 by 12, and also for the red, and then also for this, the gold. Unfortunately, I did not have a 12 by 12 sheet of gold paper. I have the Michaels brand, which is 8.5 by 11. So how do you go about changing this so that it will print, or cut, I should say, on the 8.5 by 11? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You're going to want to go over here, have that mat selected, and you'll see material size. So under material size, what we're going to do is use that drop down box, and we are going to change it to 8.5 by 11, which is also letter size. It's a kind of, that's the size that goes into a copier or a printer or something like that. 8.5 by 11. It's also the standard size for the Recollections cardstock. So we're going to click on that, and what you'll notice is a box is drawn, and it shows you this is how you're going to put your paper on the mat. And believe me, you want to keep an eye on that, because if it's not, I always tend to put it like this. But if it's not this way, you will have some problems. I'm not sure that you can even change it. So, yeah, no, I don't think that you can change it. So this is 8.5 by 11. So what happened to the other two? Nothing. They're just on the next page. So if you wanted to cut this out in 4s, you could certainly do that and get 4 cards done instead of our usual 2. Or you can do 2, whatever you want to do. So, so here's 2, but still over here, I only have 8.5 by 11, so I need to put the paper this way, or I could move this down here and put the paper as we talked about, okay? So if you, depending on the size of your paper, if you want to just do 2 of these, you can do 8.5 by 11 for all of these, except for when it comes to the actual card base, which either you'll have to isolate or you'll have to use 12 by 12 inch paper, okay? They cost less in postage, the smaller ones. I did not know that. Okay. So this is a very heavy card in terms of, when we're talking postage, I don't know if it matters, but in terms of the front of the card, the front of the card is very thick. And the way to get around that, if you don't like that thickness, I happen to like it, but you could use paper instead of cardstock, and that might resolve it. But I like the front being heavy. The back, I mean, it pretty much, let me show you. It pretty much stands on its own with a regular back. But it is thick in the top, but I kind of like it. It's nice and thick. It feels like, if you're into sensations, it's got a nice feel to it and everything. So the only thing left to say about this is, if you want it to cut out without problems, when you get to this screen, I would choose intricate cuts for these pieces, maybe the white one. This is probably the most. And what you'll also see here is that you're going to need to add a pen. And one of the things that I don't think I've ever mentioned is, when you change your material, it does change your selection. So let's say you had 2 mats that had score, pen, and basic cut, okay? If you are going to cut this first mat out as intricate cut for some reason, and you choose intricate cut, let's choose intricate cut, you'll notice I have a maker, so you'll notice that it's saying it defaults to the single scoring wheel. Well, I don't like to use a single scoring wheel. I want to use my scoring stylus, so I have to do that. But if I then, after I do this, if I then go to the next mat and I want to change this setting to medium cardstock, you can't see it here, but let me just show you. Okay, so this is medium cardstock, but I want to change it to intricate settings. So let's do this. I'm going to edit tools, scoring stylus, yeah, and then I'm going to change my intricate cut. You'll notice, you don't notice. Hey, all right. The scoring stylus comes up. That was in the old days. It didn't do that, so I don't even need to tell you about that. Hello. Oh, it's Shelly's birthday. Hi, Shelly. How are you? So let's put this card together, because it's so much fun to put together. You'll feel super accomplished because it's really fun and easy. Happy birthday to my friend, Shelly. Okay, So as I mentioned, I cut this out in 2 sizes. This is the 5 by 7 inch card. This was before I did the sentiment. Okay, so here's the card for the 5 by 7, and then here's the card for, I don't need these extra bases. I think I did cut this. Did I cut this one out? No, I guess not. So here they are. Oh, I did. Rita. Okay. So here is my base, which I cut out in gold marker 1.0 millimeter. And so I kind of like the way that looks. I use gold because I also swapped out the gold here. So this is just a matter of we need to put these all together in the right order and then put it on the top of this card. So let's just fold the card, get it out of the way. And while we're here, we'll fold the envelope as well. For this size, remember, I cut the special envelope. It is a special size as is. It's not quite A2. It's a little bit bigger than the A2. What am I doing here? Okay. And this envelope is a really cute envelope. So let's do that first. And we put the flaps, the left and right flaps on the inside, and then the bottom flap goes up. And we are just going to glue. I hope I'm in camera. I've been getting out of camera. Okay, here we go. Put the flaps here. Okay. I don't know why this did that, but there's our base and our envelope. We'll put it aside. So here we go. Here's our cards. We have to put them in order. One of the things that you'll notice here is the order, I messed it up. So this, how to find out if you messed up the order. Well, the first things first is the item that has the least amount of cuts, which is this one, becomes the back. Okay, and then you're going to layer these on. So I don't know, I'm going to look at these and I'm thinking maybe this green is next because it has the least amount of cuts. But will that pen show up? I don't know. So let's go ahead and put that on there. And then we're going to take this green, which has cuts, and let's see. Oh yes, the pen does show up. And what about the red? Will that cause a problem? Oh no, it works. And then the white is on the top. So if you don't know what you order, if you messed up the order, just look at the ones that have the least amount of cuts and start and build your sandwich like that. You see? These are all pieces of cheese. Okay, so once you get that started, what I do is I turn them over like this, and here's my back card, and I am going to start with this green piece, and I actually build from the back to the front. If you don't want to do it that way, you can do it another way, but I figure for me with gluing, I like to do the ones that have the least amount, and so that if I make a mistake, like sometimes, like your glue game is like on point, and mine is not usually on point first thing in the morning. So you do it either way. You can start from the beginning and go back, or you can start from the back and go forward. Okay. Now you'll see here, I am putting little tiny dots on the letters. See that? That's because I do not want on the other. Sorry, guys. I hope you're all there. Okay, we had a little blip. I apologize. So the reason why I'm doing that is I don't want them to lift on the front of the card. Uh-oh. I hope you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, great. Nobody can hear me? Hello? So I'm going to keep talking, no sound. I don't know how to resolve it. I'm confused. So she said he was there. Yes, you can hear me, Shelley? Yes. Okay. All right. So we're going to go there. If you're having problems with sound, you can't hear me. So, so maybe somebody else could tell them that, they probably need to just back out and get back in. Okay. So I am working on this. And as I was saying, I put the glue on these little pieces because I don't want them to lift, because it will cause problems with the way the card goes in the envelope. And also, it looks way more professional if these pieces are stuck down there. However, I need to be cognizant of the fact that even though I'm putting dots in all of these little places, they're just dots. There's not a lot of glue here, okay? Don't use a lot of glue. And we're going to continue to build from here. I kind of like actually doing it from the back to the front, because then there's no overlap of the colors. You see there? So right here is a little overlapped. Okay. Hi, Sherry in the UK. All right. Okay. While I'm on the topic of glue, I'm going to just tell you a couple things about glue, because I could talk about glue all day. It's like my favorite tool in my card making wheelhouse. So first of all, I'm using Barely Art Precision Craft Glue, which is a very nice glue. It ships in the winter. Why do I say that? Because Art Glitter Institute's Art Glitter Glue does not ship in the winter time. I saw that Leah Griffin has switched over to Art Institute glue, and she's saying that, telling people that, oh well, it doesn't ship in the winter, so stock up now. Well, I guess I understand that, but now that we have a glue that can ship in the winter, which is Barely Art, why not use that instead? And so I'm going to continue to use my Barely Art Precision Craft Glue and buy the refills on Amazon. But also what I found here, I wanted to show you, is on the Barely Art website, there are these. So one of the things about the glue is keeping it from plugging up. You see, that's a very fine tip, and keeping it from plugging up can be an ongoing challenge, okay? It's an ongoing challenge. So even if you're using Art Glitter Glue, if you want to have, and this is very small, and you're going to lose them. So they now sell them in this bottle, just the pins. Now, if you just use a regular dressmaker pin, you will run the risk, if it's not 100% steel, you will run the risk of it rusting. And what does that mean? Well, your glue, especially the stuff that's on the top near the tip, is going to turn brown. And if you might say, well, that doesn't really matter to me because I'm using in the back, but think about it, like if the glue comes seeping out to the side, you'll have these brown rust spots on your card. So I suggest that you use these steel pins, and I got 3 packages of them. That's how confident I am that I'm going to lose my existing ones. So I got 3 packs. I think they have like 7 or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pins in there. They're $5. Okay. And so definitely, if you are like me and you lose things a lot, then, well, you might need to find replacements. So that's what I did. I wanted to let you know about that. It is now available on the Barely Arts website. And I think it's just like barelyarts.com, but if you do a Google search, if I remember, I will put it in the description of the video too. Okay, so you see I'm putting my glue, very, very little amount of glue, and that's why if it means anything. That's why I use this precision craft glue, because I do not want a lot. Hey, listen though, if you just can't afford the Barely Art craft glue, or you can't get your hands on it because sometimes it goes out of stock, or whatever the reason, you can go ahead and use regular craft glue. I heard somebody asking, oops, what is happening here? Oh, look at that. I heard somebody asking, do you think that I could use the Aleene's tacky glue? Aleene's tacky glue is a very nice glue, especially for making things like signs, and particularly like 3D things if you don't want to use a hot glue gun, but it is quite thick. But it can be watered down. I have done it and it works just fine. Just be careful you don't add too much water to it. It can be watered down, and then you can get bottles that have this precision tip. Okay? Right. And yeah, it's very thoughtful to say, well, get a magnet, but you know what? I don't know. That's also a good solution. It is a very good solution. Okay, so we're done, right? Now, if you have a brayer, you can press and with your brayer to kind of make sure your sandwich is completely sealed, or you can just use your hands, or sometimes people will put it under a book or something until it's all dried. And so here you go. There's your piece, and we just have to turn it around and put some glue here. And place it on the back of the card, and then we have masking tape. Okay, yeah, could do that. Yeah, everybody's got some solution. That's awesome. I love you guys. You always have such great ideas. Me, I get kind of limited, and then I'm like, I'm just going to buy these in bulk. All right, so there's our card. Yuletide greetings. May all of the joys of the season be yours. It's beautiful. Don't forget to sign the card on the back, because you created it. No one's going to create it like you, and this is really a beautiful card. And then you can put it in your beautiful envelope. Now, whatever size you choose to do, this one is the smaller of the two, but there you go. What a beautiful little card. And if you're new to me, if you're new watching, because we have quite a few people on today, one of the things that I advocate the most is to get yourself a box. Usually it's like a photo box, and they sell them at Michael's. And they're about like $2, $3. Get them on sale. Buy 10 of them, whatever you want to do. And I get a box, and I actually will store my cards in the box, and I build up a stash. So if we're going to keep that thought, it will look good in the card shop. Thank you. Yes. If you're going to build up your Christmas stash and not send these out this time of year, get yourself a card. It's like a photo box, and I'll put a link into it. It's just like a little photo box. And unpack your machine, Deborah. Your machine should not be packed. Anyway, start saving your cards in these photo boxes. And then when it comes time, like maybe we'll make a new home one or a new baby one or whatever the case may be, you can just kind of go shopping in your own home and flip through and find the perfect card. So the same holds true for holiday greetings, and I would definitely suggest that. Also, if you're new, make sure you say hello if you're on the live. Say hello, and consider joining our group on Facebook. It's called Cricut Chat with Miss Rita, or it's called Cricut Chat Crafters or something like that. So we're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Annette, that's a good idea. All right, everyone. That's it for today. Remember, tomorrow, let me get you over here. Tomorrow is Freebie Friday, and we are going to actually be going to this place. Let me show you. It's called printable, cuttable creations.com. So head on over there before, and unfortunately it's not finding the server. So I think I might have to put a www before it and do that. Does that work? No. Do I have internet? What's going on? I have internet. Anyway, oh, I'm on my hotspot or something. I don't know. So that's where we're going. Printable, cuttable, creatable. I have the wrong URL. Creatables. Okay? .com. Printable, cuttable, creatables.com is on tap for tomorrow. Thank you, Sarah. I just caught that myself, and it says I'm not connected to the internet now, which is a problem. But so we're going to be doing that tomorrow. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. I'll resolve my computer issue, and I'll put the link in there for tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day, and I wish you all well. And you know, I just lost my pen again. Oh, no, here it is. All right, everyone, have a great day. Get some crafting in, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.